Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and look, the case is just getting more and more bizarre. If you're looking at the thumbnail, that is on Jeffrey Epstein's property. You can't make this stuff up. You see, there's a lot of important news regarding this case that's broken again in the past just couple of days. For instance, at the court hearing today, we find out that allegedly Epstein is worth $559 million. Here's the asset docket on that. That's their court summary. So not a billionaire, apparently, although some of that's fishy with Greater St. James Island, which is in the documents as well, but not talked about much. Big Fish does big things. He has really great research. If you're not following at Trey Billion, you need to. Okay, so we usually would be talking about that. We already did a video on the fact that they find a passport and it's issued by a foreign state. It has Epstein's face on it, but another identity for Epstein, right? Pretty weird. And then a Saudi Arabian address. And this was in the 80s. It harkens back to me to that Iran-Contra group, George H.W. Bush and company, where, again, you had guns being smuggled through Israel, and the arms dealer being Adnan Khashoggi of Saudi Arabia. The purchases made in like Poland and Czechoslovakia. They'd ship that down to the Contras. The Contras would then ship drugs up into the United States to be sold, and that black market money would be used to fund the whole operation. See how that worked? And at the same time, somehow this guy has a foreign passport. Yeah, well, there's a reason we did that. Now, one of the other really bizarre things that we talk about here is that Epstein, sorry about that, had a temple. And it seems like he still kind of does have a temple, not as much anymore. Again, it's very bizarre. If you look now, the temple's gone, all right? And not only is the temple gone, but like the statues, the other weird occultic stuff is gone. But this is there. And we're going to talk about this in a second. You notice, I want to stop it. You can see scaffolding and what appears to be a ladder all the way up. So there seems to be construction going on. You know, previously you had different figures up on the top. Now this is posted by a guy named Rusty Shackelford. Rusty Shackelford. And I just want to say thank you for the comments in there, because apparently Rusty Shackelford is a character from A King of the Hill. I was unaware of this as well. That's why you guys are great in the comments. And basically Dale, the conspiracy guy, has been going by the alias Rusty Shackelford. And it turns out he thought he was dead. There's a real Rusty Shackelford, but that was his alias. So obviously this guy's name is not Rusty Shackelford. I encourage people to go check it out. This has a ton of views. But again, you can clearly see scaffolding. You can clearly see there's construction going on in here. I falsely reported that it was completely bulldozed. It obviously was not. You know, he gets some really great pictures. I don't want to, take stuff without his permission, so I'm kind of jumping around. Now, if you look around, it does seem like he does have some kind of underground structures here. Absolutely, 100%. I know a lot of fake news out there reported that there were explosions and a fire on the island, but here you can see constructs that are definitely going into his island, 100%. All this is super bizarre, right? I mean, come on. This is not par for the course. There's another one. Another look at it and where it's coming from. This guy did a tremendous job, or woman. Thank you, Rusty. But here's where it gets weird. All right? This guy was extra weird. I've never seen this before, but he has a giant occultic sundial. And you can clearly see, on my walk and talk, I misreported. There's actually 13 of these chairs around it. Obviously, this is the sundial part. This is functional. And it has the tarot card sun right on it. This is on Epstein's Island. And we've all seen it before, and I'm going to show you some examples of it out there. And yes, by the way, I mean, you can see there's also stones in there, and the stones are marked at the peak. And it's got a stone, it's stone encircled. So whereas, the obelisk on the other thing is gone, this is very much in there. You notice the paint even goes out onto the stones there, reaches out. This is some really creepy and interesting stuff. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, this guy who's involved with some of the most high-level politicians, people in entertainment, etc., it's been alleged that Acosta told the transition team, the Trump transition team when coming in, the reason that he gave Epstein the sweetheart deal was he was told he was in intelligence and it was above his pay grade. When he gets asked about it at a press conference this week, he can't answer the question, and there's a big occultic sundial on there. So, here's an example of, a much smaller sundial, but obviously you get the picture. Here's another one, okay? Now, if you check out the tarot card, the sun, you'll see the multicolor, you'll see the man, you'll see the woman. Here's another one with the vibrant colors, and now the colors are coming down on them. You get a little bit better look. This one has a lot of the colors that you actually see in that tape. Let's bring it back just a little bit. But again, like you're looking at those colors, and especially in this tarot card here. And this one, it's just dropping yellow. But in this one here, it's a lot different. Okay? And here, there's the sun. I would say in one of the more respects, this is a little bit different. But this is, again, the tarot card, the sun. And if you look at it, in the esoteric language, I know it's Wikipedia. It's not perfect. But, it's a symbolism of knowledge. And here's yet another example of that. An infant rides a white horse under the anthropomorphized sun with sunflowers in the background. The child of life holds a red flag representing the blood of renewal, with a smiling sun shines down on him, representing accomplishment. The conscious mind prevails over the fears and illusions of the unconscious. Innocence is renewed through discovery, bringing hope for the future. So again, weird occultic stuff here with Epstein. There's no doubt about it, okay? And just to show you, remember, here was the dome. Here are just some of the statues out there, okay? So those are gone. Those are seemingly donezo. They're gone, and now, you see, gone. But the temple itself is there, and it seems to be under renovation. If you take a look in those side windows, which we have, again, you can get a good look in there. It looks pretty gutted. You can see the scaffolding even from the front. We showed it from the side. All right, so there's one other video that we're gonna zoom in here and check out right here. Now from there it looks like a rock, but there's a little bungalow over here, and as we get closer and closer to it, okay, down here you can clearly see it's some kind of shape. Okay, I know they go into the bungalow there, but really, I was more interested in the object right here. It's a little blurry there. Let's see if we can get a better shot. Yeah, there. It's clearly carved. It looks like something that's sitting down. There's the head. That doesn't look like a rock at all. So again, more weird occultic stuff on this island. And I know right now, the Bohemian Grove going on, and that has occultic overtones to it with very powerful people there. The Podesta emails had spirit cooking in them. Absolutely, 100%. Very bizarre. So there always seems to be some kind of an occultic angle when we're dealing with high-level abuse of children. Why is that? What's going on? And this is not new. This isn't something that, just ended up on a 4chan or 8chan message board, guys. I got news for you. This kind of stuff we've been talking about for a long time. It predates 4chan and 8chan. And whether you go back to the Franklin scandal, where maybe not all of it was true, but a lot of it was very dark and very true. If you go back to the Barney Frank scandal with Stephen Gottlieb, if you go back to even the Sandusky scandal and the Hassert scandal and the Foley scandal, you can see that these high-level politicians are involved with dark things with children. And with this guy now having more and more evidence that he's an intelligence asset, and now even more occultic angles, it just gets more bizarre. Guys, We're going to continue to cover Epstein and a whole lot more. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed this information, now is the time to join the Burmese Brigade. Thumbs this video up, share it out there. Ring that bell for notifications. We're doing 3, 4, 5 videos a day, 6, sometimes 7 videos a day. R. Kelly, Epstein, Nexium, Acosta, DARPA, Dershowitz. Some loose change AMAs for all you throwbackers out there. Soros, Coke, Disney abuse, you name it. North Korea and more. We're covering it. So please make sure you subscribe. Guys, thank you so much. You made the GoFundMe go over the top. I think I'm going to be ending it tomorrow and then starting anew. So month 2 of the Burmese Brigade coming at you live. And like I said, I'm going to keep producing videos, 30 to 50 a week. I'll see you all on the flip side.